Chapter 124. Ambush of the Nascent Soul. Listening to Kang Chon's words, Yun Shuiao's eyes became even more resentful. She lightly bit her lip, her two watery eyes staring at Kang Chon intently. Since that's the case, then I won't detain you any longer. With your strength, joining the Heaven Dao sect should be no problem. I congratulate you in advance, Yun Baishan said, sighing lightly as he spoke to Kang Chon. Thank you for your kind words, Senior. Kang Chon clasped his fists, nodded to the Yun family sisters, and then strode away, disappearing into the crowd. Let's go. There's no feast that never ends. He and us are not from the same world. You shouldn't dwell on it too much, Yun Baishan said as he watched Kang Chon leave. He sighed lightly at Yun Shuiao and then turned away. Yun Shuiao gazed at Kang Chon's departing figure with resentment, biting her lip, her face full of unwillingness. In a hidden chamber of the Zhong family, Master, the Overlord has already left Yaoyuan City, a black-clad man reported, kneeling before Zhonglai respectfully. Good. Go and inform the third elder to take action, ensuring a clean job. Zhonglai responded, his eyes suddenly filled with a chilling murderous intent. Yes. The black-clad man respectfully withdrew. Beside him, Zhong Tianhao frowned and expressed concern. Father, do you really intend to proceed with this? If discovered, it could bring calamity to our Zhong family. Zhong Tianhao harbored resentment towards Kang Chon, as if it weren't for him. He would have captured the Yun sisters and succeeded in obtaining the water spirit fruit. However, Zhong Tianhao was somewhat rational, knowing that offending Kang Chon was unwise. Assuming his father shared this viewpoint, Zhong Tianhao was surprised by Zhongli's decision to assassinate Kang Chon. Zhonglai sighed and said, "Your worries are unnecessary. The Overlord is destined to die this time. Having offended someone he shouldn't have." "Oh, Father, do you mean someone else is planning to kill him? What does that have to do with our Zhong family?" Zhong Tianhao asked in confusion. "Of course, it's related. You're aware of the battle agreement between the Overlord and the seventh elder of the Li family, right? The capital is in an uproar now, and the Li family hopes we prevent the Overlord from reaching the capital alive." Zhonglai chuckled. "Isn't the Li family just using us as a pawn? Involving our Zhong family in this could lead to trouble," Zhong Tianhao said, worried. "I'm not a fool. I understand their tricks. If there's no benefit for us, I wouldn't lend them a hand," Zhonglai sneered. Zhong Tianhao was taken aback. It seemed his father had reached some agreement with the Li family. However, he couldn't fathom how easy it seemed for his father to decide on assassinating the Overlord. Zhonglai grinned and paid no attention to Zhong Tianhao's concerns. Clatter, clatter. Outside Yaoyuan City, a carriage raced towards the distance, heading for the capital. "I'll be in the capital for about a month. During this time, I'll study the unfinished second form of the sword technique." A man in purple attire and black hair sat in the carriage. He was none other than Kang Chon, who had left Yaoyuan City. The disciple recruitment ceremony for the Heaven Dao sect was still 4 to 5 months away. Kang Chon was in no hurry, having found a carriage to ponder over his sword technique while on the road. To continue advancing in the Dao of the sword, relying solely on the first form, severing the heavens, wouldn't suffice. He needed to comprehend the next form. Sitting in the carriage, Kang Chon delved into the principles of the Capture the Sky technique. Building on his previous contemplation, he began gaining insights. Capture the Sky was an extraordinary technique carved into the reversal sky cauldron. Its creator was unknown, but undoubtedly, it was crafted by an extraordinary master. Following the principles of Capture the Sky, Kang Chon concluded that the technique was not restricted by space. Within a certain range, it seemed to follow his will, instantly attacking wherever he directed. It was a complete disregard for spatial limitations. In essence, for Kang Chon to strike an opponent, it involved the distance between him and the target. Within that range, He needed some time to reach the opponent, adhering to spatial constraints. Unless Kang Tian could instantly appear in front of his enemy, something currently beyond his capabilities, he couldn't achieve this. However, Capture the Sky seemed to overcome this limitation. In several battles, Kang Tian observed that, regardless of the enemy's position, as long as they weren't too far away, he could execute Capture the Sky to instantly control them. This technique completely ignored the existence of space, directly teleporting to its destination. Space, Kang Tian mumbled. It was a term unfamiliar, yet somehow familiar. Space couldn't be seen or touched, yet it permeated everything. Feeling somewhat stuck, Kang Tian decided to consult Dan Huang, an almost transcendent expert. Dan Huang had helped him with many cultivation dilemmas, and this time, Kang Tian sought guidance on the mysterious nature of space. Kid, you're actually delving into space. You're really overestimating yourself. Dan Huang's voice echoed from within the reversal sky cauldron. He often provided detailed answers to Kang Tian's questions, but this time, it seemed he found Kang Tian's inquiry amusing. Hearing Dan Huang's words, Kang Tian's attention instantly sharpened. Kid, space is extremely mysterious, and the nature of space differs from place to place. As you step into the nascent soul stage, your will can shatter the spatial boundaries of the Hongguang continent, allowing you to teleport. However, this ability is limited to the continent. If you inadvertently teleport beyond it, you'll be unable to return, Dan Huang explained, simplifying the concept of spatial manipulation. This revelation surprised Kang Tian. Shattering space required the strength of the nascent soul stage. He was well aware that such a realm was beyond his current reach. Seeking further clarification, he asked about the essence of space. Kid, in my view, space is like a thin film enveloping our world. As long as your power can break this film, you can traverse space and move instantly. Dan Huang continued, providing a basic understanding of space. However, the complexity of the subject limited Dan Huang's explanation. Kang Tian listened attentively, grasping the idea. However, he couldn't help but feel that breaking space required formidable strength. Enough talk. Breaking space requires the power of the nascent soul stage. You, kid, at least need to reach the out-of-body stage to break space, Dan Huang scolded with a laugh. Then, he expressed his puzzlement. Kid, it's strange. Your Capture the Sky seems capable of instant movement. It's truly a miracle. This aspect had long intrigued Dan Huang. Even with his insight, he couldn't discern the mystery behind Capture the Sky. Kang Tian was also puzzled. After pondering for a moment, he thought of something and told Dan Huang, Senior Dan, think about it. I don't possess the strength to break space, but Capture the Sky allows me to ignore spatial restrictions. It seems like the one who created Capture the Sky comprehended the power of space and devised this extraordinary technique. Dan Huang pondered for a while, and Kang Tian felt his speculation was correct. Capture the Sky indeed seemed to defy spatial constraints. Kid, your words make some sense. Dan Huang was dumbfounded. Kang Tian's ability to grasp such profound matters surprised him. In the cultivation world, few had researched the power of space, and it seemed to be a realm reserved for transcendent beings. Dan Huang urged Kang Tian to explore this mysterious power, suggesting it might become his ultimate trump card. As Kang Tian continued pondering space, the carriage traveled onwards. He forgot everything else, immersing himself in the profound mystery of space. Half a month had passed since Kang Tian left Yaoyuan City. Still, he had another half-month to reach the capital. During this time, Kang Tian persistently studied space, but results eluded him. The realm he sought seemed beyond his current capabilities. Nonetheless, Kang Tian refused to give up. He was determined to create the second form of his sword technique. Dan Huang was also deeply moved by Kang Tian's perseverance. In the world of cultivation, Kang Tian was a rare individual who, at the foundation establishment stage, managed to create a powerful sword technique. Dan Huang couldn't help but feel a tinge of envy. Was Kang Chon's unique bloodline, the tyrant's blood, truly so powerful? According to legends, once the tyrant's blood appeared, its bearer would be invincible. Although uncertain about the authenticity of this legend, Dan Huang couldn't deny Kang Chon's rapid progress. Perhaps, in thousands of years, Kang Chon might fulfill the prophecy of the invincible tyrant's blood. With hope and expectation, Dan Huang immersed himself in cultivation within the reversal sky cauldron. Creak, creak. In the dim skies, a large black bird soared past, its sharp eyes glancing at Kang Chon's carriage. However, no one noticed the red gleam that flashed in the bird's eyes. Strange. Kang Chon looked up, watching the black bird vanish into the distance. A sense of being under surveillance lingered for an instant before fading away. Maybe I'm having illusions from studying space. It seems that space is still beyond my current reach. So be it. Instead of pursuing the elusive space, I should focus on honing my current supernatural abilities to enhance my combat strength. Kang Chon chuckled, self-deprecatingly. He closed his eyes again, continuing his cultivation.